Okay, so welcome to our team call. It is, I always have to look at my phone for the date, April 26th. And we are going to be talking about a few things coming up. We have a new program coming out called 2B Mindset, nutrition-based for those challengers who just aren't quite ready for exercise. And, exercise is a little maybe intimidating for them, and they're not quite ready to go all in with that. And so working on like their mindset with the nutrition, this will be a really incredible program for a lot of our customers to start out with, or if they're struggling with that now, to get them started on it. And the exercise, like if they're already doing that, is sort of just a bonus with this program. We're also going to talk about the sneak peek we have coming up next week, coach sneak peek. Need to be inviting to that. Lindsay's going to talk a little bit about that. And then along with the 2B Mindset, Carrie Legault from Fit and Fierce, our upline, she has like a group. If you're not in there, let me know and I can point you in the direction and how to get there. But it's sort of like we had the launch group for the first round of 80-Day Obsession, where we added like potential challengers just to show them like interest in the program and to answer questions and things like that. That's kind of what the 2B Mindset launch group is. And she's going to be doing a blitz on Tuesday at 6 p.m. of next week to sort of answer some questions, to explain a little bit more of, what the 2B Mindset will entail and everything that goes along with it. So I'll go ahead and start talking about that. So again, 2B Mindset is a nutrition-based program. It launches on May 2nd. So I believe that is Wednesday of next week. You don't have to like start freaking out thinking you have to advertise it before then, or, get people signed up that same day. Like, we still are learning about what it is exactly. So I haven't even like mentioned it at all. Except for to a couple of my current customers who I feel like it would be a good program for. You can definitely mention it like on your stories or whatever, or mention it to current customers and just let them know sort of what we do know about it right now. But I don't personally feel comfortable like really talking about it a ton because I don't know a lot about it yet. I'm excited for the Blitz on Tuesday. I think it'll be a really good opportunity to learn more, because Carrie was actually in the test group for 2B Mindset. And so she'll be able to give us a lot more information on, how it goes. At Super Saturday, we found out a little more information about it. And even in Mexico, they talked about it a little bit. But basically, like, there's going to be videos for them to watch. You'll get like a challenge pack, like a package, where you get like a nutritional guide, you get like a journal that you can journal your foods. There's like no containers. There is like a water bottle that comes with it with like motivational sayings on it. And then a couple other things. It will be a separate purchase from Beachbody On Demand. And I don't know what happened to my other notebook, but I saved a graphic that Carrie had shared. So between May 2nd and June 3rd, so basically for the month of May, the price is $99 for existing coaches on BOD and $160 for the challenge pack. So if you have existing BOD customers or coaches, or I think that might be just existing coaches, then they can get 2B Mindset for $99. It's separate. It'll be basically like a purchase that you unlock in BOD. Now, this is the other thing, is new customers do not have to have BOD in order to get 2B Mindset. There's going to be a separate app that they can actually use to access 2B Mindset. So they will just pay, they'll purchase 2B Mindset, and then they will access it from that app and all the things from there. So they don't have to have BOD separately. because if they wanted BOD, then they would have to purchase BOD. So there's going to be a coach exclusive test group. So any pack purchase between May 2nd and May 31st, you get an invite. So kind of like the 80-day, if you purchase like the accessories, you got that invite. So if you purchase the 2B Mindset yourself through your coaching account, you'll get an email invitation to that private test group that will launch, let's see, June 4th is when the app launches. So that's when people that do purchase 2B Mindset will be able to access the 2B Mindset from the app. In BOD, so kind of like our Clean Week people, if they don't have BOD, but they can still access the Clean Week, that's sort of what it will be with 2B Mindset. So they will be able to go to the nutrition tab in Beachbody On Demand and access it from there. But they won't be able to access like any of the workouts or anything like that unless they purchase Beachbody On Demand separately. And yeah, so they get a starting guide, go-to guide, 90-day tracker, recipe booklet, 30-ounce water bottle. And then of course there are like challenge pack options where they can get BOD, they can get Shakeology along with it, or they can just purchase it on its own. It sort of depends on your challenger's goals. Like if they are not ready for the workouts or anything like that, then they probably aren't going to want, the BOD challenge pack. But I believe that they can do, yes, so there's a challenge pack option 1 that does not include BOD, but it does include Shakeology. So if they're wanting to add that into the nutrition portion of the 2B Mindset, they can do that. And that's really all I know. The only other thing that I know is that it's just the videos that she shares, like that you watch, and like obviously there's like the nutrition guide. So I'm really hoping that on Carrie's Blitz call, or I don't know if she's just going live in that page on Tuesday, that we'll get a little more answers and a little bit more clarification on sort of what it is. We've seen a few transformations of people who've done it that have been amazing. But again, like I still have questions. We're trying to kind of find out and research a little bit more. So hopefully in the next week, we'll have more answers and more clarification on things that we can talk to our challengers or potential customers about to give them more information on it. Does anybody have any questions about that? Make sure unmute yourself if you do.
So is it like a one-time purchase for the whole thing?
So it's a one-time purchase for 2B Mindset, and then it's theirs. Like they'll have access to it forever. It's BOD only is like they would have to purchase BOD separately.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
But yeah, once they purchase 2B Mindset, like they get the package just like we get our, challenge pack with all our stuff. They'll get that package with all the stuff in it.
Okay.
I would assume that they will have access to be able to like purchase a new 90-day tracker, like when, it runs out, like they could probably purchase that separately whenever they need it a few months down the road.
Yeah, I hear. Okay.
But yeah, just a one-time purchase. They just pay the $99 for it and it's theirs, and they'll have access, under that nutrition tab in Beachbody On Demand. And then again, if they want to upgrade to Beachbody On Demand, they can do that later down the road. And then that app, separate, it'll be available June 4th. June 4th, the app will be available, so they won't even have to log into BOD. They can just log into the app and access it from there.
Isn't it so that in May they can start pre-purchasing it, and then it's not actually active until for a while after that? Isn't that what it is?
That's what I was sort of confused about, because it says it's available May 2nd on Team Beachbody. So I don't know if they'll get their package still like once they purchase, or if that's sort of like a pre-sale type thing. That's what I think Carrie's Bliss will be good to be on, because she'll probably be able to answer those for us. And I'll dig a little deeper on that, because I remember I thought at Super Saturday they were saying something about it not starting until June.
That was a preview, and also the other program, they both would be available early.
Right. And with Lift 4, I think pre-sale starts like July. Like you can access it, but you have to, like, if you're a current BOD member, you have to pay to unlock it, or you just wait until like October when it's just released to everybody.
Right.
So
I keep seeing pop up Charlene Johnson. She keeps popping up with another nutrition. Is that the same thing as 2B Mindset?
She's doing her own thing with that. It's like one
separate from Beachbody.
It's completely separate from Beachbody. It's her own thing.
That's what I thought, but
yeah. And I don't know if that is something that may someday be available, on Beachbody. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's completely separate.
Okay.
But just let me know if you guys come up with any other questions. Just let me know. Like I said, we're still trying to kind of figure out the answers and figure out more information on it, just because it seems like it has been very vague. So since Carrie was in the test group, it'll be nice to hear from her next week and get more info, and be able to ask more questions on what to talk to our customers about, and sort of what it is exactly, besides just watching videos and eating whatever you want.
And when is that on Tuesday, you said?
It's Tuesday at 6:00, and I believe it is in the launch group that she's doing it. So if you're not in that launch group, let me know, and I think you have to answer, we added you to the group and answer another question just to join it. But yeah, just let me know and we can get you added. That way you can be on there. I'm sure it will be recorded, so it'll be live in the page, so it'll still be accessible after it goes live.
Okay.
And then the next thing is we have the coach sneak peek coming up next week. We do this one as a team once a month. It's usually the first week of the month. And we've been talking about doing your own sneak peek in the middle of the month. And so we can talk about that if that's something we want to do just within our team in Downline, or if you even just want to do your own sneak peek. You don't ever have to ask. You can always do your own sneak peek. But if you're not comfortable doing that, then we could definitely do a smaller one with just our group, and just inviting people to the coaching opportunity and sharing. Is Lindsay on here, or did she hop off? There she is. Lindsay was going to talk a little bit more about how to share that on your social media.
Hi, everybody. So honestly, I think when I first started doing this whole Beachbody thing, I felt like there was rules, and there was you have to do it this way, and this is the only way. And I remember I would text Renee, is it okay if I did it? And she's like, why are you asking? She's like, this is for you, girl. This is your thing. You don't need to ask permission to do anything. This is, all about you and your girls and all of that. Sorry, cleave shot. So anyways, I think what I did last month was I did advertising for our coach sneak peek through both my Instagram posts and my Instagram stories. But what I also did was I did a day in the life of a coach. And that was really cool, because people could see that it's not just, posting a sweaty selfie. I get to go on and love my girls and cheer on my girls. And, I'm, working out, I'm listening to my PD, I'm sending out challenger gifts. I'm, all of those types of things. I think that people don't get to see because we do it behind the scenes per se. You know what I mean? So I think just bringing in all aspects of coaching and how, you know, maybe you get to go on a date night with your husband, you know, that you haven't got to do, or maybe, you know, I know my girl Ashley, she's paying for their family's groceries now, like, but also that it's not just money. Like, coaching has shown me that I can be the ultimate accountability challenger. Like, I can show up every day, because if I'm telling my girls to do it, well, dang, I better be doing it too. Or, man, I better not be eating that pizza because I'm telling my girls not to eat that pizza every night. You know what I mean? So just sharing that it's not just financial gains and all of that. You know, we just got to go to Mexico and it was freaking badass. And you all are going to be with us next year. So, like, sharing that, you guys, like, people need to know that this is, like, really cool. Like, yeah, we work out and post a sweaty selfie and drink this amazing shake, but there's so much more to life than just that. You know what I mean? And letting people have an insight into that is huge. So posting it on your social media, using the poll option, like, hey, can I add you, girl? Or tell me more. Like, never give them a
If you
yes
have
or
that
no.
poll option, you better be using it, because I still don't freaking have it. So you better use it in honor of me.
You guys, the poll option has been huge for me, because it engages people in conversation that maybe wouldn't normally, like, message you cold, but they'll be like, yeah, tell me more, or what's the cost on that? But never give them a yes or no. Like, ooh, tell me more, or yeah, girl, add me to that, you know? So that's a really great tool to use too. Like, IG stories are so simple and so easy, and it's just a quick way to get marketing out there to people. So that's all I got. Any questions? Cool.
Hey,
Yeah.
Lindsay, when are you going to do the day in the life of a coach? Are you going to, like, advertise that and then pick a day?
Probably.
Like, before Monday?
This organized doesn't have it on penciled in on the itinerary.
Lindsay, I want you to tell me what day to do what.
Where's our itinerary, Lindsay?
It's not in my planner. So if anyone has a day, let me know and I can pencil that in.
Because we're starting it Monday, right? The sneak peek starts Monday.
Yeah. So really, you could do it anytime between now and then. Like, you could do it tomorrow if you wanted to. You could do it Saturday, or...
Are you going to advertise it one day, like, hey, be watching my story because I'm going to show you a day in the life of a coach?
I don't
and then do it like the following day?
Did last time.
I know I did it, but I don't remember how I did it.
I like to do it on a work day to show people how I fit it into, like, my work day schedule. But tomorrow's Friday and I haven't really advertised it, but I could tonight. And
but you can still do it next week during the sneak peek. Like, it can still be, you can do it simultaneously. You know what I mean? Because the sneak peek will actually be going on, so we can be adding them to that group. And if you're doing a live sneak peek on your IG stories and like a day in the life, you can be like, hey, you know, this is going on, this group. Some of our coaches are sharing their stories and talking a little bit more in depth about coaching. Like, if you've been interested in what I've been talking about today, let me know and I can get you added. So I think
and maybe even doing a weekend and a weekday. This is what I do on the weekend as a coach, and this is what I do when my days are busier, and this is what it looks like, or something.
I'm supposed to be driving a bunch of girls to the Spring Barrel Saturday, so it's gonna be a day in the life of a coach.
Hey.
I actually volunteered to drive because I was like, I had plenty of margaritas in Mexico, so I don't really feel like drinking a whole lot, especially wine. So yeah,
that's good accountability. Nicely done.
Although I am gonna have a wine slushie at Martinez and Martinez because those are bomb.
Sounds good.
But yeah, definitely sharing that. The coaching opportunity, like Lindsay said, it's so much more than just like being fit or, you know, working out. Like, it's the community and it's the fun get-togethers and like girl time and, you know, fun trips to hang out with everybody and just like learn more about becoming, you know, a stronger person, not just physically, but mentally. And it's about so much more. And, you know, we all know how much it's like added positivity to our lives, and you just want to share that with other people and how you've met friends and how you've stayed more accountable and, you know, stuck with this. Like, I'm coming up, next week's my 2-year coach anniversary, you guys. Like, 2 years. It's so crazy. Like, I can't even believe it's been that long, and I've never ever stuck with anything this long ever in my life. So it's definitely something we have to share with others to show them like what you can do. Like, if you just put your mind to it and plug into a group, and even just like coaching, not necessarily like worrying about signing up 1 million people, but just coaching for your own accountability, like, and sharing that on, you know, you feel a lot more accountable when you know people are watching you. Okay, does anybody else have any questions? And we'll just add to that current What is Coaching group. We're going to continue to just add the people to that same group that we already have. So if you're not in that, make sure that you are, or that you let us know. It's it should be in one of the linked groups in the team page, I believe.
Is signing like talking days, Renee, or like what, the leaders?
We assigned some. Heather is going to talk on one this time about like objections. Her and Leslie are going to do like video share.
Awesome.
And then I think Levi is going to talk with Logan this time for like the spouse one. Clint, I asked Clint if he like would be willing to do that sometime, and he said yeah. So I'm sure he'll be on one the next.
Well, yeah, he was just in Mexico.
Yeah,
to see everything in person.
Right. Yeah, and then I think Megan Wiles and one of her girls, her newer girls, is talking on one.
Cool.
So we're gonna have some new faces, so that'll be good. And like I said, when we want to try to do this every couple weeks instead of just once a month. So when we do our next one, like, we can totally talk about us doing kind of a smaller one to give us all opportunities to like add our people, to talk to them, and share.
I think that'll be good too, because it won't feel like
they want to see your faces.
They don't want to ask questions.
Yeah. So we can definitely do that, and just like I said, have both of them and kind of share the different things, and I think it'll be good. So 2B Mindset, we'll hopefully find more info on that next week, and then we have the coach sneak peek, so start advertising for that. Megan had posted in Fit and Fierce that they're going to do, or in On Fire Empire, that they're going to do a clean week group, not next week, but the week after. I don't have any challengers for that right now, but if you guys have challengers come up, or if you are getting a lot of objection on like the challenge packs or anything right now, that's a great opportunity to invite them to a 7-day clean week group. And you know, we're all welcome to join that with Megan, so we don't have to run our own. We can do it together. So
Megan
just
who?
Megan Wiles. Sorry, I know we have more than one Megan.
Cool. Yeah, so we should start advertising that too then, because I know a lot of girls have been getting price objections. So
right.
$30, that's a great.
And she posted graphics in there too that you can use for your slides for your stories.
And On Fire?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep.
Cool.
Hey, Renee.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Are you at baseball?
Yes. At baseball, yeah. I had a challenger that signed up for the clean week, and she just did it like last week.
Mm-hmm.
And she said she really liked her shakes, but she said that for some reason, like, she had one every day, and she said that she was weighing herself, and she said she gained like 5 or 6 pounds from drinking the shakes, and then she stopped them, and then she lost it. But I was like, well, it might just be like bloat or like, something like that. But I told her I'd check.
When I first started drinking Shakeology, it took me a good like solid 2 weeks for my body to adjust to it. Like, I was gassy, I was more bloated than normal, but you have to drink it regularly for 2+ weeks for your body to really adjust to all those vitamins and nutrients.
Yeah, so, and that's kind of that's pretty much what I told her. So I would let her know I'd check, but
let her know about the 30-day money back guarantee, like that. Yeah. That you would really recommend trying it for at least 30 days. And if she still feels like that's not going away, or maybe even suggest vegan, like the vegan might be a little bit better on her tummy.
Okay.
And I have an article that somebody put out about what it does to your system initially.
Oh.
Somebody had posted it in one of our groups, so I have it saved on my phone, so I'll share that.
Yeah, share that.
So recommended doing like a half scoop for a couple weeks.
Yeah, I told her that too. I recommended to use like a half scoop for a little while and see how that helps her stomach, if it does at all or not. But
what was she adding to her shake? Because sometimes people get a little bit excited about putting other things in there that will actually make you gain weight. So if you too much
I don't
yogurt. Extra calories. That's an extra 100 to 200 calories that you're adding to your shake. And she doesn't normally have that in a day.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't ask her what exactly she was putting in them, but I'll ask her that too and let her know.
Remember that obviously she's not in our groups, but it's not all about the scale.
Yeah, no, I know.
I mean, you know what I mean?
No, I like never weigh myself anymore. So
that is one thing that I saw today. I can't remember which group it was in, but I saw it on a post that part of To Be Mindset is actually weighing yourself every single day, which makes me super nervous because like we try to stray from that. There's like a specific reasoning for it. It's like, I think she says it's to like figure out what foods your body is like adjusting well with or not adjusting well with or something like that. Like somebody was saying like weighing yourself before you eat lunch and then weighing yourself after. Like I don't know the timing on it, but it's interesting. So like I said, I'm very, very interested to hop on with Carrie next week and like dig more into that and find out more. It just, that part of it makes me a little nervous just because we like usually tell our challengers the opposite, like put the scale away for a month. But I know that there's obviously like reasoning behind it. I think we'll just have to kind of like ask more questions about that and obviously like be very careful with our challengers with that and making sure that they're using it correctly with the program and not as a gauge like, oh, I gained 3 pounds from this meal or whatever, you know, and then get discouraged. So that's just another interesting little thing about it. Hi, Kennedy. Hi. What are you doing up so late? It's way past your bedtime, girl.
Did you hear her laugh?
Yeah. Silly girl.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We underestimated the time it would take to get back from our walk. So I was like, well, I guess you're good before the call.
It's so nice out though. Gosh, you have to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
All right, ladies. Well, I don't want to keep you very much longer, but does anybody have any other questions before we hop off?
I don't think so.
No? Okay. Just keep sharing, sharing those little snippets of your workouts on your stories, sharing about the coaching opportunity and about the upcoming sneak peek. You can go back and still use that what is coaching slide. I'm planning on using the same one for my stories. I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. So I would just use that. Just type in, I can post them in our Boss Babes thread, but if you just type in the search bar of On Fire Empire, what is coaching, those slides will probably pop up in there so you can save them if you haven't saved them already in your phone.
Is that where the coaching opportunity thing is? Because I think I'm going to try to add one person to it.
For the To Be Mindset?
No, the On Fire Empire, is that where the coaching, the sneak peek is? Or is it its own page?
It should be, let me see. It should be one of those linked groups at the top. Yeah.
Okay. I'll
so
look for it.
If you go to the top,
okay,
like the linked groups, it's right there.
Got it.
And then in Fit and Fierce, one of the linked groups is the 2B Mindset like launch group.
Okay. I'll need to be put in that because I want to, like I said, I wanted to add a couple people to it. So, or I want to see if a couple people want to be in it. So I'd like to know more about it before I tell people.
So I'll just add you to it right now since, well, I guess I can't add you because I haven't been approved yet, but.
Okay.
Just go to Fit and Fierce and go to that link and like click on join.
Okay.
And it'll like let you approve or whatever.
Cool. Thanks.
So.
Hey, Renee.
Yes.
That the 2B Mindset, is that like strictly for people that are wanting to lose weight, or can they use it if they like just need help in general, like not to lose weight, but just need help in general?
I think it's
working
both,
on their
honestly.
nutrition.
I think it's both. It's for emotional eaters. It's for, I mean, obviously.
Like what about like
people
that like, what about people that like don't eat enough,
Oh yeah.
Stuff like
I would
that.
think
Okay.
so. I think it's
because I had a girl that was interested and she was saying that her doctor was going to send her to a nutritionist because she's not eating enough. Like she'll go like a day or two without eating kind of thing.
I definitely think that it would be beneficial for anybody that has any, side of the spectrum of trouble with nutrition. Like just like Shakeology, it's not just for people that want to lose weight or maintain. Like Chandra wanted to gain weight, and so she drinks it to help, build muscle and So yeah, I definitely think that it would be beneficial.
Okay, perfect.
So, all right, ladies. Well, I'll let you go. Thank you so much for hopping on, and have a good night. Happy Thursday.
Bye.
See ya.